Coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. So 3rd and 16, no problem for him as they get the first. Pistol now for Jones. Short pass brought in. He brushed him off with ease. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. He just gets down inside the 35-yard line. Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. Running down the left side. Gain 15 there. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down. From the red zone on first. And the pack gets home. They drop him. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
The Colts are going to turn to their kicker, Spencer Schrader, for the field goal try. He connected once and a good chance here. This is inside of 35. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Wilson with a return here. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Packers all set to get back out there. And no doubt still some disappointment internally, at least, after their last drive ended empty-handed following that missed field goal.
Here we go, switch, yellow, 45, white, ready, set, go.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
That's the kind of yardage it's not put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3-and-out.
Set, ready, cut.
Love now to throw. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that brings up 3rd down.
You know they're going to keep giving him looks, keep calling pass plays. You cannot survive a game without a completion, but the results so far, yeah, they've been a little bit rough.
Complete beyond the marker. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. And just like that, he's on the board. Not a moment too soon, partner. They needed him to start connecting as soon as possible.
Kate, they've not disguised what they want to do. The passing game has been just really prevalent. The numbers have been called. Yep. But finally, as you said, their first completion.
Ready. Blue, 32. Hut.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Ready.
on second down. Jacobs. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here we go, set. Black 40. Ready?
To the air on 3rd and long. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about. Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. Six yards to the line. They're going to go. It's Love. And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on downs. Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. On 1st down, Jones. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. He got a major fistful of jersey on that play, and it's going to end up costing him. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Taylor now up the middle. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And they make the tackle at the 38.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Looking from the gun. Here's Jones. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. The Colts are going to turn to their kicker, Spencer Schrader, for the field goal try. From the right hash, 55 yards out. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that will add to their score. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Out now runs the Packer offense. And the last time we saw him, Brock, they took a risk, went for it on their own half of the field, but it didn't work out.
Come on, set. 52 blue. Ready?
Thrown on 1st down, Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Set, ready. Black 40. Field, black.
Back to the air, Love. They sure gave us all to make that play, but it hits the deck. It's going to be 3rd down. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
Let's go now. Set, go.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And he's close, but they say he did not get there. It's going to be 4th and maybe a yard. Going for it on their own side, Brock. Okay, bold call, but they only need a yard.
Set. Ready, ready, ready. Set.
Loves to throw again. He's got his man. This is Kraft. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Look up contested catch in the football dictionary, and you'll see that. I mean, I can't critique the defense there. They're the hip pocket of that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
Ooh, he made most of that one. Didn't he give him 9 yards on that 1st down carry?
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Down. Ready.
Here's Jacobs again on second down. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps the drive moving.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
Finds the in route complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. 5 still to go here. This is second down.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5
Slide through.
at the
45.
38-yard line.
White.
We're through one, and for any kicking fans out there, this game has been for you. Our score reads 9-0. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this.
Okay.
Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They'll have second down as they look to continue this good
60
drive.
red. 60 red. Ready. Ready.
Blitz coming, Love. Now setting up the screen for Jacobs. And he will not get the first, but ooh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. Third down.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet, but this is kind of good on good. An offense gets a completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and took that screen to a minimal gain.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Love now on 1st and 10. Finds his man. It's Kraft. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Here we go. Black 40. Hut, hut.
Play fake. It's Love. In big trouble now, and the ball is out. But it looked like the Packers were able to cover it. No turnover. They keep possession.
Well, I think you know the only thing redeeming about that play, Kate.
They got the ball back.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, they got the ball back, but a whole lot longer down in distance.
On the double.
So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Pass brought in by Watson. And he's out of bounds on a gain that takes him into the red zone, Brock, inside the 15. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll give the Packers the first.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Let's go now.
Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Jackrass.
Love hustling everybody to the line.
A loss of 6 brings up 2nd and 16 at the Colts 19-yard line.
Set.
They're going play action. Pass is cut at the 9. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. Now looks like we're going to get a stoppage for an injured Packer. He's in some pain as the trainers head out to examine him. Extra man in the secondary for the Colts now. 3rd down.
Clock. Set. Ready. 33. Yellow. Hey, check mega. Ready.
Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Now it's Brandon McManus to attempt this Packers field goal. This just 21 yards down the pipe. McManus sends it through. And it's back to a one-score game now. The deficit is 6.
Well, he moved past that earlier miss pretty quickly here, Kate. Nice to see that. And now he can carry a little momentum with him to end this opening half.
So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. It's Amir Abdullah with the return. This makes it up to the 25. Here comes the Colts offense now for another possession. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Jones. He's stepping up and takes off with this one. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Throw complete to Warren. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Well, no look on his first look of the game. So they're left facing 3rd and long. They'll air it out on 3rd. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a 1st down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And some textbook work covering that call. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10.
Quick, yellow.
And off to Jacobs to start the drive. And this winds up being an excellent play for them from deep in their own territory, up approaching that 30-yard line. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Set, ready.
Going to the ground again on 1st. Running there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
In the hands of Romeo Dobbs. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now.
Ready. Slide through. Ready.
1st down throw. Here's Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, and he couldn't do it.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
Black, 95, black. Black shot. Ready?
Throwing his Love on 3rd. Kraft has it. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. Now, Oh, about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First and 10 from the 32.
Come on, set. 50, green. Say, hut, hut, hut.
Jacobs running behind center. Escapes a defender. And the stop is made, but not until he reaches that 17-yard line. Man, he's been having a great first half, really playing a key role so far in this offense.
But you know and I know what's coming, Kate. We call them adjustments, right? You hit a homer, you take that fastball deep, you're not going to see it anymore. And you get run on like this, the defense is going to make some adjustments at halftime.
Fourth pay, green. Smash, red. Set, hut.
Play action, Love. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Blue, go. Hut, hut.
Second and 10, Love trying again. Gets it to him on the screen. And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line.
As an offense, you don't call a screen, Kate, expecting to gain just a few yards. You call it expecting to break off something big and substantial. But it's up to that defense to stay ahead of it, to keep it contained to something much smaller. Case in point right there.
Yellow, 43.
To the air on third and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a first and goal.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Going jumbo set on this first and goal.
Here we go. 33, yellow. Set.
Jacobs will not get past the line. He's held up at the 4. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
White. Ready?
Now Love on the play fake. Blitz is there, and he goes down. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's third and goal.
Hey, I understand that call. You try to get play action to get away from the rush. The problem is this defense has just been relentless.
From the 14 after that sack, tough third and goal coming up.
Let's go now. Black 40.
Third and long for him here. He's in trouble, and they bring him down again. And the defensive down away from completing this stand. It's fourth and goal. Now it's Brandon McManus to attempt this Packers field goal. He's got to drive this 37 yards down the middle. McManus sends it through. Hold on, though. There's a flag down here. Although, if this is on the defense, Brock, they're probably just going to decline it and keep that make. Thought he had a chance to block it, but he ends up wiping out the kicker instead. And that's going to award their offense a first down.
Automatic first down.
So after they ran into the kicker, Brock, that penalty keeps this drive going with a 1st and 10. Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Zone infraction, defense.
He thought he had the timing down and could make the play, but just a hair too early.
Still first down.
So they'll only need 5 now after that neutral zone infraction penalty. Running it after the penalty. He's tackled there, so a nice start to a new set of downs, but let's see if they keep it. So let's examine this flag. So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. They mark him at the 4.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Love now off the play action. And he scores. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers tie and can take the lead here in the second. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Now, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would. It's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Abdullah now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Colts ready to take the field. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Double the distance to go after that holding call. It's now 1st and 20. Looking from the gun. Here's Jones. Has him on the quick hitter. Pushing it up past the 30. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll be 1st down Colts. The tight end in motion now.
First down, Indianapolis.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. He runs it up to midfield. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Zone read handoff to Taylor. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Edger and Cooper there to make the stop.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 + 4 + 4 equals a 1st down.
Back to Taylor on 2nd down. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Nate Hobbs in on that stop.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
3rd down, Jones to throw. And the Packers are all over it. He goes down. And their 4th sack of the game, Brock, brings up 4th down. Rigoberto Sanchez on the punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around.
Here we go. Here we go. 45. White. Huge. Yellow. Green jacket. Cut.
Love with it on first down. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
Here we ready.
Back to the air. Love. Throw left side. Complete. And some excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a great pickup. 16 yards, and now they've got first down. So 2 minutes still to play in this first half, partner. It's the Packers leading from Lambeau. Handoff here to Jacobs. And he'll bowl his way ahead for a 4-yard pickup.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient. He was explosive. And he got a nice little gain on the ground.
50, green. Six, mega. Hut, hut.
Love out of the shotgun. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's out of bounds. A beautiful play to get that first down, but this could be coming back. We got to check this flag. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but cross the line there. That earns the holding penalty.
Check, hut. 52, blue. Blaster, 6. 7.
Love from the gun. Finds the in route, complete. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. The early returns on the stat sheet have been good so far, partner. He's off to the exact kind of start they were hoping he'd have.
Yeah, you can just feel the rhythm, the timing, the tempo, and that ball is zipping all over the field.
Colts in the nickel set on third.
Set, ready. 60 red. 60 red. Smash, red. Ready.
Here he is on third and short. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for Christian Watson that time. And now they're left with 4th and short.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
They got to jump up front as long as none of their guys went early, and this is going to give them the first down. Well, whether they intended to run the play or not, it doesn't matter. They drew the flag, and they've got themselves a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, so many times you get to these 4th and shorts, and you know that defense is antsy. You're reminding yourself as a quarterback in that huddle, hold your water, guys. Hold your water because this defense could get jumpy, and they just did.
Red, yellow. Red, cycle. Hut, hut.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle.
Kate, it just kind of feels like they've met their match with this defense. So many plays, well, they just not ended the way they were drawn up. Fortunately, well, their defense is doing the same. You really feel like which offense can get into rhythm is going to find a way to win this game.
Ready?
Love to throw again. Completed over the middle. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Colts side of the field.
Ready, ready.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Throwing again. Love. He's got his man. This is Kraft. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. First down now. Ball at the 33.
Come on, set. Black 40. You, yellow. Set.
Stick it in the air. Love. Has it downfield, working the left. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
Down. 52 blue. Field black. Black ultra. Green jack. Set, huh?
Working inside the red zone. toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, and let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
A second down throw here for Love. And again, an interception is dropped. Looked a whole lot like the last play, didn't it, partner? And again, the turnover escapes him. It's going to be third down. Still 10 yards to get this first down as they come to the line.
50, green, drill, green.
Throwing his Love on third. By the Packers, their third and final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Just about a yard to the markers, and they're going to take the risk and go for this.
Set, hut. 60, smash, red. Ready?
Love throwing on fourth. Brings it in. And he's not going to get to the end zone. The stop is made in time at the 2, but hey, 4 more chances coming. They've got a first and goal. So less than a field goal separating these teams after our first 2 quarters. As we throw to Scott Hansen with our halftime report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hughes.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. We are back, and this one's shaping up to be an exciting one. Very close game, Brock, as we start our third quarter. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. Packers getting set here. First and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Jacobs. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Let's go now.
First down, and they go right back to it. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you could feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
Ready. Watch out now. 50, yellow. Ready?
Play action. Love. Throw right side, and Dobbs has it. Oh, he lost the football. Oh, the Colts got to it first. While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Take that fumble away. The officials overturn the call and say he was down. So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10.
Ready, hut.
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. Great decision to bounce this outside. Brock gets him about 8 yards on the run. It's second down.
On the ready.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
Here we go, set. Blue, 32, switch, yellow. Hey, check mega. Ready.
Going run again with Jacobs. This is going to take him into the red zone. He's down at the 16-yard line. And after the play, one of the Colts still out there injured. We get a brief stoppage here as they check on him. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Down. Black, 95. Drill, 52. Red, cycle. Set.
From the red zone on 1st. He brings it in. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing them.
He couldn't get anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
Pretty easy for me to play armchair quarterback up here and say I just don't like that call on 1st and 5, especially when you get nothing from it. Man, that one stinks.
Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5.
Let's go. White, 33, yellow.
Shotgun now for Love. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
That one connects. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face, because I could think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field's thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Ready.
Just 2 yards away, so the offense going for it. It's 4th and goal.
Striker. 50, green. Pause red. Needle blue. Ready.
Looking at 4th and goal. They passed on 3 points, and they'll wind up with none.
A 50% hit rate on 4th down, while not horrible, to me signifies something even more important, Kate, and that's that this offense is going to continue to be aggressive. It's been their mindset throughout, and I don't think it's going to change anytime soon.
Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. Jones from his end zone. That's incomplete for the moment. We do have a flag down, but it might not be good news for their offense. That's usually where we see holding calls. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. So after the safety, we're going to see a free kick from the 20-yard line. He fields this at the 18. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. First down now, ball at the 33.
Blue, 32. Hut.
Love now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
2nd and 10. Love trying again. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
Ready, set.
Still 10 yards to get this 1st down as they come to the line.
Let's go. Set.
3rd and long. They're going to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Now it's Brandon McManus to attempt this Packers field goal. This a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll double their lead to 6.
So some quick math up here in the booth. 2 points on the safety, another 3 on the ensuing field goal. Not a bad series of events if you want to be the ones in control of momentum in the lead.
Abdullah now to return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. The Indianapolis offense ready to take another swing at it. And they come back after the field with something to prove, Brock. You've told me before that it is embarrassing to give up a safety.
Yeah, it's a little hard, Kate, to run off the field and look at your defensive mates as you've given up 2 points on offense. So, yeah, the last thing they want to do is do that again and instead turn this momentum around.
And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Connecting on the slant. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Downfield to Warren. He's got it. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a 29-yard gain. And it'll be first down, Colts.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
They'll take this ahead to the 34-yard line. Brought down by Quay Walker. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Operating from the gun, it's Jones. Oh, they're on him, and he's dropped again. It's the 5th time they've gotten their first sack of this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
That is some serious defensive urgency that really does, Kate, match the situation we're in. This is a one-score game. Even though they have gotten after this quarterback all game long, they know.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And a couple of really good plays, Brock, made back-to-back behind the line to bring up 4th down.
All right, I'm to the point of the game, Kate. Now, we got to get the ball out of our hands. He is just taking a beating all game long, and on this drive, yet again. Find a way to protect, find a way to run, and get the ball out of his hands.
And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. The Packers ready to run their offense back out there. And they were able to contribute 3 points to the lead their last time out. Another chance to build on that advantage here.
Down. 45. White. Ready.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And they'll take this ahead for 7. We've got 2nd and 3 now.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
They stick with Jacobs. And he's going to get this one to the 36-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
Play fake. It's Love. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And no gain after the catch, but the gain's still out across midfield. They're to the 45. They get 19 on that pickup. And it'll give the Packers the first.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, hope you have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully, and the tight end the beneficiary.
And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Ready, set.
2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Ready.
39-yard
Block,
line.
10 block. Ready.
Love from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. And now it's 3rd and short.
And 3 yards to go.
Blue, 32. Strike. Set.
They'll run it. Here's Jacobs. They're holding strong here. The defense gets him at the line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you called 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Block shot. Hut.
He's back to throw. Has his man. It stops. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. Look at that. No worry at all from their sideline, Brock. A 13-yard pickup on 4th down. That was impressive. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
The 26-yard line.
Set. Right. Check white. Black. 95. Trouble. 38. Check pitch. Smash. Hut.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. Good hit on the ground here. That's going to be a 9-yard pickup as it's 2nd down.
You know you love some of my buzzwords, kid. I know you do. And this one was about will power. He got the rock a long way from the chains and put his teammates on his back for a heck of a run and a great try at that 1st down.
Claw. 10. Smith red. Hey, go steal. Check smash. Set.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal.
Set hut.
Love. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
I know the scoreboard doesn't say it, but this has been a winning effort up front defensively. One of the keys to their success was going to be this pass rush and sacking the quarterback, and they can check that box.
Ready. 33. Yellow. Set.
Love out of the shotgun. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers go up by 12. It's a Romeo Doubs touchdown.
First thing you do as a quarterback, the first thing that you do when you get to the NFL level, if you haven't learned it earlier, is you scan those safeties. Do I got middle field open or close? Do I got a single high or 2 high? Is that post going to be available? Because if it is, big plays can follow it.
Here's Love up to the line. 2-point attempt coming. All right, they're going to throw for it. And he's got it. They get the conversion, and that's going to extend their lead. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Left side pulled in by Pittman. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
quick throw is caught. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They gain 11 on that play. And that is good for an Indianapolis first down. Jones setting up the play action. That throw behind his intended target. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it sets up second down.
Yikes, as that pass falls to the ground, Kate, you kind of just sense their desperation, just kind of oozing out of them. Running out of time to start connecting on more of these and really break open the scoring in a way they just have not been able.
And the pack gets home. They drop him. And that's going to add some distance onto this upcoming third down.
This overwhelming pressure and these sacks after sacks after sacks, well, it's built this lead, and you know it's the way they want to finish it.
The Packers going nickel on third. Here he goes, third and long. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do it through the offseason, you do it through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Packers are headed back to the field, so we'll get a look at Romeo Doubs. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this third quarter. Green Bay offense to the line now. First and 10.
Set. Ready.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And this play's going to come to an end at the 27. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. Straight ahead, it's Wilson. Middle was crowded, so he found some daylight outside. Look at that. That's a 9-yard gain. Call it 9 yards. Looks like a first for a moment. It's second and 1.
Brings up second and 1.
Come on.
Here's Wilson again. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Set. Ready. Hut.
Here's a give to Jacobs. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Pretty pay there to take him down. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. The Packers carrying both the football and a good lead into our fourth quarter. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down.
Check. Here we go. Ready.
A give to Wilson up the middle. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up. Their dominance against this ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
Taken in by Dobbs. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. This game has already been a good one for him, Brock. And, hey, there's still time. He could add on even more.
And you just feel his aggressive mindset all game long. As long as there's time left, he's going to want to keep on firing and turn a good performance into a great one.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44.
Check White. Set.
They'll run. It's Wilson. He's still going at the 30. This is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
And some solid running here as he gets him 8 yards there into the red zone.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. It's the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Just couldn't get outside quick enough to take that D-line out of the picture, and one of those guys impressively got on the edge and caught him.
You know what's scary in this game today, Kate? When you watch the combine and you watch these 280-pound DNs that run like 4.6. Yeah. I am really thankful I don't play quarterback in today's game.
Jacobs running behind center. He hits the opening for about 9 yards, but still third down coming up.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you kind of set yourself up. Actually, you set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Let's go now. 10 block, set.
Going power with the big tight end. Shut down after a gain of about a yard. That's going to bring up 4th down.
Went into their bag of tricks just a little bit there. The surprise handoff, not enough to get the touchdown. But I'll tell you what, I'm kind of excited to see the next wrinkle off that one, because I don't think that was just a one-off. I think you could call this one now, Kate. This field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
On now is McManus to kick this away. On the return, here's Doolin. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Colts offense set to head out. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. First call here coming from the shotgun. On the shotgun, it's Jones. Left side into the hands of Warren. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And it'll be first down Colts. Looking from the gun. Here's Jones. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. That'd be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
The throw right side finds Pittman. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, third down. Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. They're going to turn to Taylor on third down. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Every offense in this league is looking for a back who can be an athlete and a bruiser at the same time. You feel lucky if you got one. Someone who can, well, eat up space when the lanes are open and deliver a little punishment to stretch plays when that tackler tries to meet him in the hole.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Jones on first down. And the Packers are all over it. He goes down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
Jones now to throw. He's got it over the middle. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
7th play of the drive. Offense facing 3rd and 3. Jones looking to throw. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
You know, it's fascinating how those routes you run so many times in practice become a whole lot more difficult in the actual game. That was an important 3rd and short to convert. Very surprised to see that play fail.
Desperation time here on 4th. He's got a man left. And they're going to be set up at the 11 after that play. Man, forget that was 4th down. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup on any play. And that gets him a 1st down. To throw again, it's Jones. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. That throw intended for Tyler Warren. So it'll be 2nd down. Jones going to throw again. Throw is caught. And this one does not go far.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Again, Jones to the air. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Desperation time here. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
Packers getting set here. 1st and 10.
Ready. 50. Ready.
It's a give to Wilson. And he's brought down, and a penalty flag out on the play as well.
Holding. Offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways.
Okay, ready? 5, 6. Ready, ready. Twitch, yellow, 52, ready.
Handoff here to Jacobs. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
That's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks.
Here we go.
Really create some indecision now defensively.
Here's Jacobs again on 2nd down. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down.
Come on, set. Yellow, 22. Smash, smash.
And the play clock expires. This is going to cost them half the distance.
Delay of game. Offense.
Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0.
Still 3rd down.
Well, that delay game certainly doesn't help things. It's 3rd and even longer now. 3rd and long for him here. And they're going to tag a defender with this one.
Pass interference. Defense.
So after the call, defense in a much different spot. Instead of forcing a 4th down, it's back to 1st. So the drive continues after that pass interference call. We've got 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Black 40. Eagle blue. 10.
Shotgun now for Love. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
He's counting his lucky stars. That one isn't headed the other way right now. That is not the time to challenge double coverage.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Down. Hut. Go. Yellow. 43.
This is Wilson. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Line, 95. Ready?
Throwing his love on third. He finds Jacobs here underneath. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in Texas. Angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
1st and 10 from the 32.
Set, hut, hut, hut.
Now Wilson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Ready. 60, ultra, ultra. Hut.
They'll go right back to Wilson. And no first down here. He's up to the 42-yard line. Another half yard, and he'd have had it.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Let's go now. Set, go.
Now a give right side to Wilson. Tried to get this one outside, Brock, but he did not make it. They stopped him right at the line of scrimmage. He's short. The lead looks safe, but the Pedals staying down. They're going for this.
Ready, 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 go. Ready.
Trying to push this past the marker. And they get to him and tackle him on the return. But will this turnover count, partner? I don't know. There's a flag on the play. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. They got him to bite and jump off sides. It's a rare thing to see that actually work, and it gives them this 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll run here following the penalty. And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Gonna be 2nd down.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
Here we go.
Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down.
45, wide. Ready.
We draw it up for him.
Come on, set.
Setting up for the kneel down on 3rd.
32. Set.
We draw it up for him. So this is a Packers win. And save for a few moments in that opening quarter, Brock, they pitched a shutout defensively that in the end was the impetus for the victory. They're going to be bummed not to have that goose egg on the board at the end of this one, no doubt, but a performance to be lauded nonetheless. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Packers are your winners as we say so long from Green Bay.